Alrighty, for anybody watching this on the replay, please consider liking and subscribing. For anybody who's tuning in live, well, that was quick. But jokes aside, I just want to put my stormtrooper away. And then we're gonna dive right into it. So I want to, get some things done because, I gotta eat dinner before it gets too late. And so to do that, I mean, not necessarily to do the dinner part, but because I don't want to get sidetracked and not do what I just did. I just recorded a video and I want to upload it. So we're gonna go, oh, I got some dust on my desk. So we're gonna go right into editing right now, and we just close the browser. I have my recorded OBS videos right here, and we can zoom out if we want to get a wide view, and we can even turn on the camera down here. And I think I already had DaVinci Resolve opened. Okay, so I was waiting for it to load. It was already opened. So we're gonna just expand the window. In fact, how do we want to do this? See, I can zoom in so that anybody watching can see this, but if it becomes more convenient for me, I'm gonna go and expand it. But for now, this should do. The only issue of me being in the bottom right corner is that you won't see the gear button or the home button. And essentially the home button is what we're going to use right now to create a new project. And the gear button or the cogwheel button is what I will use to make changes to the project settings. So this one is going to be called bulb flash, I guess. And that's because of the subject. So now, where's our first clip? Well, I'm gonna guess it's one of the larger ones. So I have the last two clips, I believe, and then the large one over here, if memory serves me right. I guess I should give you audio. So, I'm reviewing the clips I just recorded, right? And so now let me just open that up. And so essentially, I go to the last clip. And that concludes the demonstration part of this. And that about concludes this demonstration. Alrighty, this about concludes our demonstration. Now, this about concludes our demonstration. And so with that said, I thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please. And so with that said, I thank you for watching. If you have any questions, there we go. So I believe those are the 3 core files that comprise this project. Now, I could, whoops, I didn't mean to open that. Alrighty, in this video, I'm going to do a demonstration and overview of so basically, I'm going to go select all 3. I'm not going to change the project settings in DaVinci Resolve because I don't really need to. Just let it use the settings that the files have, and that should be something like 59.94. I've been meaning to update my workflow to do everything at 60 frames a second. It doesn't really make a difference from what I understand. The fraction of a second difference was basically so that they can have black and white TV and colored TV on the same signal. In modern day, I don't think it really matters from a technical point of view, but I could be wrong. However, I'd imagine if, you had a collaborative project, you'd want everybody to be on the same, settings. So anyway, right now my OBS is configured to do 59.94. So I'll leave it like that for now. And everything else looks basically fine. We're not really messing off anything. And I have not even scratched the surface of, you know, color grading, so that doesn't matter. We're not integrating subtitles, but thankfully YouTube has some pretty decent features when it comes to, you know, automatic subtitling, so that's really cool. As well as the volunteer subtitling, which gets mixed reviews. Now, to begin, we're just gonna put clip 1 in. Now, normally you might play it back and cut it up here and there. Like, I guess you could play it back in a mini player up here. Whoops, let me see, how do we do this? Yeah, I think you could like double click on it, preview it, and then, you know, put it in the timeline. Alrighty, in this video I'm going to do a demonstration and overview of a vintage flash unit. This one uses a flash bulb to provide a short burst of light, of intense light, that gets bounced off of a retro reflector. Now, I don't think there's many parts where I have to cut, as you can see here, but basically the end I think is the most relevant area where I need to do some cutting, so I'm going to investigate that. Smells a little bit. And actually, yes, I'm going to have to do a bunch of cleanup over in the part where I'm preparing to take the image, because this is a flash unit that uses expendable flash bulbs. So I was very careful because I was kind of concerned that the flash would blow up in my face. It didn't, you know, I mean, it wasn't actually that bad, but, you know, I haven't used it in a while. So, you know, really old technology, it doesn't hurt to take some precautions. You know, have it ready to go. This really scares me because, like, I just don't know what to expect, you know? I mean, this thing's gonna be crazy bright. It might blow up in my face. You know, I'm not entirely comfortable here, but once it works, once you see it working correctly, it's a lot less scary. So, number one, positive pole goes on the top over here, negative pole goes on the right. So nothing should happen when I connect the correct side. I'm just going to double check. All right, now the negative goes on the top, so the positive goes toward the bottom. So I'm just going to look for something like a face shield. That can work, right? This could totally work. It's a little small, isn't it? It's got a nice little grip on it, though. Because it's either this or the Lex DVD box set. Let's see here, alright. Is the shutter cocked? Yes, the shutter is cocked. Alright. Should I say a prayer before doing this? Oh, see, look, see, I'm getting anxiety right now. If alright, preparing to fire. Should I close the lid? I should close the lid, shouldn't I? See, I'm gonna close the lid only because of basic battery safety. I know what I'll do. But because, like, we might as well do it right. Like, you know, I can procrastinate a little. First time is a charm. It's not dangerous. Let's make sure the camera's in focus. You know, I can procrastinate a little more. It's in focus. You know, I can procrastinate them. So yeah, first time. I don't want to get shards of glass all over me. So I tend to be more cautious about it. I'm going to sit back and hit the button, and I feel like I should put something else, like this piece of cardboard between me and my hand. Yeah, there we go. So that's going to protect my hand, hopefully, right? It's like cooking chicken cutlet. It's like cooking. Yeah, that's normal. So that's, see, it didn't even make a noise. It didn't even make a popping. Okay, so that didn't go as I expected it to go. Also, if you're wondering why the audio sounds funny, it's because I have two audio tracks that are more or less identical. And so in my OBS recording workflow, I combine everything onto one audio track. So if I'm streaming, everything goes to track one. If I'm recording, then all of the stuff that's on track one is recorded on separate tracks. So my microphone, my PC speaker is somewhere in here, and something else like my HDMI input, my Elgato or whatever it is. So I can, reassign these audio tracks as needed. If I was using, a second and third audio track right now, then I would still disable the first track, but sometimes maybe you have a glitch, maybe you're missing an audio track. So I always include the combined audio track even when I'm recording, so that it's sort of like a backup audio track that contains everything. But we really want our stuff in separate audio tracks because this is what allows us to independently adjust the volume on each track. You can't really do that if everything is on the same track. And it looks like the video segment ended here, so that means I have another segment. If I go back to the cutting floor, if I'm comprehending this correctly, I would put a new starting point somewhere here, like right after the valleys. So I'm still getting familiar with this here, but I like the pricing model. I chose DaVinci to replace Adobe Premiere. For a multitude of reasons, but one of them is, wait a second, can we do that? So one thing I don't know so much about is how to properly delete a track here. In Adobe Premiere, I would unlink the video track from the audio track and then delete a given audio track. Over here, I did it a little differently, and now I have to press undo a bunch of times. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the audio track muted up here, and I'm not going to delete any audio tracks until I'm done, because I don't really know how to do. I have a few questions that need to be answered, and until they're answered, I'm going to do it like this. There we go. So now I won't have any mix-up with the audio track, and once my timeline is populated with every clip or segments of every clip that I intend on working with, then I can get rid of, stuff down here. So, I'm gonna go and might as well do the last two clips now. And I'm supposed to have a marker right here. Is that a marker or a bookmark? There we go. That's a marker. Go back to the cutting line. Part 2. And this about concludes our demonstration. In the future, I may use it frizz tape as opposed to the bad knockoff. Okay, and then finally, you can see we have a very long lead time here, so we'll get rid of that beginning part. And so with that said, I thank you for watching. Then we jump to the end. and I should really get some stuff in here because I actually have. Whoops! I don't even need this page anymore. I already have an account with Storyblocks. Like, I subscribed, I'm paying these guys, it's wonderful. And I believe my account is active, right? Yeah, I mean, I just signed up. So, only thing I noticed about Storyblocks that was interesting is the page could be a little sluggish, but I mean, they provide unlimited access to, you know, digital assets, I guess you would call them. So, I mean, like, a slow loading time is like really a minor thing. I've already downloaded a bunch of clips that do what I need them to do. So the question, of course, is now what do I use? You know, if I want to make a cool ending. Also, do I want an ending or do I just want sound effects? You know, I want to make it quick and dirty. At the moment, I'm avoiding the use of Adobe After Effects. And that might work. I mean, you know, it's a little cliche looking, but I mean, it's clear, concise. It says the end. That is pretty accurate. That would be the end of my video. And I think there's music in here too. What comes with recommended music. So let's see if we can hear the audio portion of that. Hmm. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I shouldn't play the audio anyway, but yeah, there's no music in there. And then you can download it as a HDMOV or an H.264. Now, I don't know why you would choose one or the other, but for expediency, I'm going to use the MP4 right now. Normally, I would download the bigger file, but maybe... Okay, good. No audio. I didn't expect there to be audio, but I saw like a button that said recommended music somewhere, like right next to it. So I was kind of wondering what that was about. I don't know how to recommend. I guess I'll pick an 8 for now. I'm so new that I can't say 10 out of 10. Yeah, but check back in a month. There we go. You know, I couldn't tell. They asked me, would I recommend Storyblocks to a friend? And it's like, well, I'm so new to the account. I couldn't really, you know, recommend it until I use it more. Okay, so some cliche music here. That might be a little too dramatic. I think I got something that works. It's also cliche, but I like it. Oh, okay, I got one of these 2 tracks. So, I mean, this is why I signed up with these people. I was like, okay, you know what? They got some options here. Definitely download the WAV file for that one. MP3 is like really not that good in retrospect. Ew, that's weird. I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna add that to my bookmarks and put that in the bio category. Yeah, there we go. So I can download that at a future time. Yeah, so look at that. I just got a video clip and some audio to accompany that. Even though I muted the audio because I don't want to, like, you know, ruin the surprise. And I'm guessing this is like you would put your own text on top of this. So maybe I'll download the, once again, I'm going to download the low quality MP4. It may not even be that low quality, but, you know, I don't want to take a chance here. And I think we're going to do like endings, whatever, just call it that for now. And then, do we have background music? Sound effects? I don't even know what to type in for background music. Like, yeah, I like, I guess we could try the word technology. Maybe they have some like generic music for technology related stuff. Also, you know what I've been meaning to do? Like type in robots because I believe this is like one of the sites that Isaac Arthur uses when he does his videos. Okay, so I'm gonna be careful about playing the background music, but that's way too cliche. I'm gonna play these audio tracks while I check what to do for dinner. Where did I put my telephone? Telephone, where is you? Ah, there it is. Okay, you know what? This can work. Okay, once again, we'll always get the wave when it comes to the audio. Ding, 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 ding. Corporate music. I don't know. Okay, I think I found something I like. That's a weird audio track. It's just like large swaths of blankness and a little bit of sound. I guess you time it a certain way. But couldn't someone mix it themselves accordingly? I mean, you wouldn't need to use someone's stock audio. Anyway, I want to order some Taco Bell because they're open late and it'll be quick and cheap. And although I'm not worried about cheapness right now, I do gotta say it's nice to save a few bucks, you know. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Taco Bell, and they got a lot of great things. Very delicious. You know, people say Taco Bell is nasty, and I can see why they might think it's disgusting, but at the end of the day, it's actually really delicious. And I mean, look, if you're willing to eat a Burger King item, it's really not a stretch to eat, you know, Taco Bell. Really, like, okay, so they had like a recall on some like genetically modified lettuce. Boo hoo. Okay, you know, big whoop. And I'm gonna order like 2 of every sauce, and I guarantee it that people are gonna forget. They're not gonna pack my sauce because like half the time I use these stupid apps to order food the quick and easy way, the food people, the establishment often neglects the sauce, which is like sometimes like one of the most important parts of the meal, if you ask me. But yeah, so we got our audio tracks here now, so I can go ahead and start deleting the bottom 2 tracks. If I had to do it differently, I would probably have, you know, figured out to unlink it or something. It's just that last time I did it this way, last time I did, like, there was a link clips unlink. I did something and it didn't work the way I expected it to work. So until I investigate that, I'll leave it like that, and I can always delete the first track later. In fact, I guess we could delete it now. There we go. And then we can put our audio tracks. And so let me just make sure I don't have any contraband in my downloads folder. You never know when you find some contraband. Nah, but jokes aside, we're good. We don't have, whoops, wrong button. We got nothing sketchy here. So I just got to pick an audio track. Oh, cool. White Cloaks is on. Hey, oh. Do I know? Do I know? I think I think yes, I vaguely remember you. Recognize your name. Certain parts of it, top of the evening. I gotta finish ordering dinner. So I got excited because somebody I know was streaming. Okay, so I have 10 things on my Taco Bell menu. Oh, wait, the sauces count. Got it. Breakfast Crunch Wrap. You know what? I'm ordering the Breakfast Crunch Wrap and having that shit for breakfast. Oh, well, they don't let you do that. You can't order breakfast until breakfast. Cheapskates. I recently figured out that you can hook an HDMI camera up to a phone. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's ushering in a new age. They got some sweets on the Taco Bell menu, although I'm not crazy about that. They got some Fiesta potatoes. You know what? I'm going to try out their Fiesta potatoes. I figure I can always eat them for breakfast or bring them to work as a snack or some garbage like that. I mean, it's really hard to screw up French fries, you know? So now we just got to make sure, okay, do I have a chalupa or something like that? I love me my chalupas. Yeah, they got like this, I think it's a multi-layered gordita. Okay, so let's double check. I want to make sure I didn't order too little food, nor do I want to order too much food. I don't want to waste a bunch of money on useless items, right? But yeah, that's how cheap Taco Bell is. Like, you can order extra junk for like real cheap. All right, I don't mean to make this into a Taco Bell ad. At this point, I'm just roughly counting my calories. Wait, what does that say? Save 620. Oh, I'm saving $6. I forgot to cancel Dash Pass. Oh well, I guess I'll take advantage of it. Okay. And they say, do I want to do standard or express delivery? Well, I'm not paying $3 more for the express option, but I am such a nice guy. I will give a $5 tip. What I hate about these applications is the fact that you have to basically give them a tip up front. So, you can't edit the tip afterwards if they do a bad job. You can't add a tip afterwards if you forget to add a tip. So you better have cash on you because, I mean, it's not right to not tip a delivery guy or girl. So anyway, did I put my audio in yet? No, I was testing out the audio. So we got some funny sound here. I guess I could play these back. Okay, that's like really cliche. It's either that inspiring music or this funny lo-fi. I think I'm leaning towards the cliche inspiring music. This is like way too dramatic. I mean, I'm not gonna use this violin. This one was tempting. It's a little dramatic. I might drop it in just to see what it sounds like. I can always delete the track, right? Wait, why am I dragging it like that? So I think we can just drag it straight. And I'm assuming if I drag it onto the timeline, I don't know what the hell just happened. Let's try that again. Like I said, I'm real new to this application here. All right, so we got the audio there. And then I put it down here. It's not even that long. So, I mean, I'm not expecting to be long, but I guess you would fade it in at different points. Alrighty. In this video, I'm going to do a demonstration and overview of a vintage flash unit. This one uses a flash bulb to provide a Now, I believe there's multiple ways to do the audio management here. This is like an area where I probably would like do that so I can really see what I'm doing on my end or really have more options on screen, because we have some effects panel here and there's a way to adjust audio possibly through a sound mixer, which it appears to have audio 1, audio 2. So those are my track names, and if I lower this slider, it lowers the audio. Now, I also noticed there's like this vertical line here, horizontal line that you can move, and it also affects the amplitude. So I don't know why you would use the line. And you can see the VU meter, or the sound waves, whatever you call it, the oscilloscope, getting wider and narrower when I pull it up and down. So let's undo until we, and then we're gonna bring it back to the beginning, even though this is not really an intro. Got an idea. Like, honestly, no F is given. I have every intention, as mainly my biggest concern is consistency, making the effort, doing the editing, recording videos, and getting that workflow moving, getting that pipeline flowing. That is my main concern. Secondly, after that, I don't really care if I do a bunch of cliche stuff. Like, I may not make extensive use of a star wipe, but I will put audio tracks in at places where it will appear quite cheesy, and that will be part of the fun, in my opinion. So anyway, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we don't have a lot of talking here. And there are more efficient ways to cut. So I seen a tutorial where a guy actually created a bunch of keyboard shortcuts, like not many of them, but basically one that would automatically cut on the red line, and it would do a few other cool things. In my case, I'm going to use the imprecise razor tool, and I believe I can press letter B in this case. So, okay, we tap the letter B. We could zoom in if we have any doubt. I think it's like whoa. Okay, that's not what that does. I'm trying to remember how to zoom in on the timeline. You hold down Alt. My boy Tom is doing a YouTube video right now. Well, he's not my boy per se, but he's a YouTuber whose content I like. Oh, shoot. And my other friend, I consider him a friend. I mean, every time I tune into his stream, him and RM Briggs are always so nice to me. And RM Briggs recently released a book. I recommend it. In fact, I do recommend you check out Clobbering Times, because 3 good people are on today. All 3 of these people are fantastic people. And you just look up Clobbering Times. Heck, I'll even put it in the chat. Is my chat even open right now? I guess I can open it. Am I even streaming right now? Oh, there we go. For a second, I thought I wasn't streaming. Taking me way longer to get here. There we go. So yeah, check out Clobbering Times. I should write that down. I kid you not. I just digitizing a bunch of VHS tapes and I have an abundance of TNG DS9 and on VHS. Of course. Good evening. Fantastic panel tonight. Also, as well as every time. Is my audio on? Oh yeah, my audio is on low, but I'm listening to yeah, so you watching me type just now, so you know what I was doing. So now I'm gonna go back to my workflow. Way nicer than companions from Final Conflict. Now, if I had a doubt about my sound mixer, I can go open up my sound mixer. And it looks like my audio on my, whoops, my end is a little on the low side. But I wouldn't make it any louder. I'm going to keep it like that. Because it seems to be fine in the VU meters. Okay, good. So you hold down Alt to zoom out. We could do a rough cut. Normally, I think you would be more precise, and I will long-term definitely want to set this up to work off of a few simpler hotkeys, but right now, you know, I mean, this works. It automatically does a ripple delete. Huh. I'm just trying to get the focus right. We can also do this. Whoa, we don't want to do that. Let me try that again. We can also do that. can see here, it,
remember a movie Troll that was like 5 years ago, or
Yeah, this is a different one. Andre from
okay.
Midnight's Edge, he did a review on it, and he
as you
talked
can
about the
see
lore,
here, it
folklore
has a
behind it
General
and who's a
Electric
big
logo.
fan.
These
I'm
are
a
also
huge fan
produced
of
by
it. I watched
Sylvania,
it
at least
maybe
the
the
ones
first
that I've
half
purchased.
with I changed it to
It is
English,
full of this
which I didn't like. The voice actors
subject
didn't match the
for
characters
still.
on screen, and so I switched it back to Norwegian and
As you
watched
can
it with
see here,
subtitles.
it has a
It's such a
General
good movie.
Electric
I absolutely
logo.
love it. That's my
These
number
are
one
also
recommendation
produced by
right now.
Sylvania,
Okay.
at least the
Cool.
ones
So
that
you do
I've
watch some
purchased.
stuff. I was
It
gonna.
is
Oh, by the
full
way,
of
now
this
I remember.
scraggly
All right.
material, which
Is
I
for
believe may
next
be a
week,
tungsten
everybody.
filament of
I'm
some
gonna leave it
kind.
up in the air. We may
But
review those
essentially,
last
it
few
uses
episodes,
these two
and then
leads
just
to pass
those
electrical
ones we're
current
gonna do
through the
tonight,
material.
or
It
I'm
shorts
not. I
out.
don't know. I may not be
It
here at all. Depends
gets
on things
intensely
next week.
white hot,
About 2 weeks from
and
first
then
week.
the filament
Three,
gets
right? Three. Is it three? Is it two?
almost
Two.
immediately incinerated.
It's
Okay.
three. It's something. I don't know. It's
Three.
three.
Yeah. Cut
That.
action.
So yes. Oh yeah.
I need to mark that. Okay, so I'm opening up the video on my phone. As you can see here, we have a General Electric logo, and it's stuffed with this scraggly material which resembles Brillo. I believe it's a tungsten filament, and you have these two leads which pass electrical current through the filament in order to cause it to. As you can see here, we have cut action. Current through the material, it shorts out, it gets intensely white hot, and then the filament gets almost immediately incinerated. Okay. Oh, I must turn off snapping. Wait. Hey Google, how do you enable snapping in DaVinci Resolve? Wait, I know how. Magnet. That button. That would be letter N to disable snapping. Hey, what's up, Whooper Trooper? We got Whooper Trooper in the YouTube chat right here, and I believe I should have the ability to go to your channel. Yep. And I can post a link to Whooper Trooper. So we're going to do that. We're going to do Whooper Trooper channel. There we go. So, for those who are interested in watching the state of Whoopistan as it is rising. So anyway, getting back to, wait a second, why is my screen like that? Okay, there we go. Got it. That is a trackball mouse, sort of a trackball mouse. So essentially what we got here is it lays flat, but it has this angular thing to it. So it's sort of vertical. I have another trackball where it is practically on a wedge. In fact, I have a trackball from Logitech that is on a literal wedge. But this one, as you can see, it sits in one position. It's a trackball. It does have the ball at a slightly higher position. Some of them will have it at a lower position. You can see even it's got this entire left-sided area here, which is I'm not going to say it's unusual, but it's a more ergonomic design. This one is by Kensington, and you have a little eject button here. And once in a while, I got to clean I think these are ruby. Are these ruby? Yeah, there's actually ruby balls in here that the ball glides or sort of slides upon. And, nothing too special, but what's cool about it is you got a little compartment for the dongle, which some mice don't have a compartment for the dongle. In fact, I had a Logitech mouse with removable batteries. Oh god, what did I just click? Yeah. and you would put the mount in the little dongle inside the battery compartment. My Logitech mouse, the M570, doesn't have any place for the receiver, so it's easy to lose. But anyway, this is my at-home mouse because I like it more, and it has 3 DPI settings. It can run on Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Yeah, you can have 2 Bluetooth pairings. So hypothetically, if I were to travel with this, I could have it linked to my phone, my work computer, and some other device like my Steam Deck, for example. And so basically, while I wait my Taco Bell, which I'm going to double check the order status real quick because I don't want to, not get my Taco Bell. That would suck. Just gonna do a quick, doing a little quick, like, speed editing session, as I call it. And good. Okay, my food order is being waited. Okay, good. So now, let's see here. Almost immediately incinerated. Okay. In this video, I'm doing that Elon Musk thing where he stops talking for like a second at a time. It shorts out. It, gets intensely white hot, and then the filament gets. Oh god, I just did a Vine Roger after the belt. Almost immediately incinerated. Okay. Light that gets bounced off of a retro reflector in order to illuminate a subject for still photography. Now, this one is using an expendable flash bulb, so you would typically hit an eject button. It would sometimes fly out, and you would put it in maybe a handkerchief or catch it with a handkerchief and put it in a bag or in your pocket after it cooled down. But initially, it will be hot right after taking. Right, let's clean up that cut right there. We don't want that looking like that. Okay, I see what happened here. OBS had a built-in fade. So we're gonna get the beginning of the fade. We're gonna shrink this right here. Snap it together. Now let's see if I can pull off a little bit of a crossfade. These might be too. Oh, that's okay. That's audio crossfade. I need like a video crossfade or cross dissolve. Hot right after taking a picture. As you can see here, it has a General Electric logo. These are also produced by Sylvania, at least the ones that I've purchased. It is full of this scraggly material. The ones that I've purchased. It is full of this scraggly material, which I believe these are also produced by Sylvania. At least Sylvania. Produced by Sylvania. Logo. These are also produced by Sylvania, with the ones that I've purchased. I don't know how to remove that marker, but I want to get rid of that marker. I mean, it's not really super important that I get rid of that marker, but it's like, here we are. Double click on the marker. Remove marker. Logo. It is full of this scraggly material. Logo. It is. It is full of the electric logo. It is full of this scraggly material, which I believe may be a tungsten filament of some kind. But essentially, it uses these two leads to pass electrical current through the material. It shorts out. It, gets intensely white hot, and then the filament gets almost immediately incinerated. Okay. Filament gets material. It shorts out. It gets intensely white hot, and then the filament gets whoops. It gets almost immediately incinerated. Okay. The filament gets almost
that works.
immediately incinerated. Okay. Incinerated. Okay.
Wait,
As you can see here, we have a General Electric logo.
didn't I already do that? Didn't I already do that? I literally said that. Wait. Oh, I must have done a retake in the middle of the video, so I have to keep that in mind. I'll put a marker here and here, which of course is very tentative.
Maybe a tungsten filament of some kind. It is full of this scraggly material. As you can see here, it has a
Okay.
General Electric logo.
So we may be able to
It's
get
full
rid of the
scraggly-
clip we just sliced up and keep this.
As you can see here, we have a General Electric logo.
My food is almost
and
here.
It's stuffed with this scraggly material which resembles Brillo. I believe it's a tungsten filament, and you have these two leads which pass electrical current through the filament in order to cause it to short out, and essentially for an instant it will glow white hot as being incinerated inside of this bulb. Okay. As you can see here, it has a almost immediately as you can see here, we have a General Electric logo, and it's stuffed with this scraggly material which resembles
Okay, so my plan is to continue editing from a different computer, but I'm thinking, should I keep the stream running? Maybe I should end it for now because, delivery is going to come in, and it's probably not good custom to keep the stream running while doing nothing, like I did it yesterday because I was doing astronomy. But at this point, gotta roll the dice. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this stream and then I'll do my speed editing offline later on, hopefully before bed. Anybody who tuned in tonight, if you're still watching Whooper Trooper, thank you for tuning in. Anybody who tunes in on the replay, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave a comment. And for now, we shall end transmission. If I can find the right button for that. Aye, aye, sir. You have a good night, too. Thank you.